Here we are in Dennis and Susan Dixon's backyard, and we're about to take some pictures of the girls here. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to try out the photo. Today's the 10th day of October, the day that Ted Charrier passed away this morning about 2 a.m. 1 to 2 a.m. So we'll see how this goes. It's the year 2000. Okay, first I'm going to take this moving while I'm talking, and then we'll take the photo. But on the back row here is Aunt Mame, Aunt Ella, and Grandma Ann Alger. In the front row is Aunt Surianne, Aunt Ollie, and Aunt Addie. So let's see if we can take the photo now of this. Okay, here again we have a classic photo. Here we see Aunt Surianne. Oh, and Ollie, and Adeliza, and Ella, and Ann, and Aunt Mame, going left to right there. And now let's just take a still shot. Now let's just take that still shot. Okay, this is Sarah, Olivia. I think I'm not going to do the still shots. We're just going to do these. These work great. And here she is. This is Eva, my grandma, as a little girl. And this is Eva, a little older in life. And here's a picture of Eva. And this is a picture of Eva. I'm trying to take the, here we go. Can you hear me now? I'm taking the picture of the, okay, here we are, the two girls. Let's get a still shot here. Still shot there. And this is a still shot. I mean, this is a portrait of Eva. Okay, this is Hannah Silvius, Grandpa's mom. Okay, and left to right here is my grandpa, Fred Worsley, and his mother, Hannah, and his brother, Joseph. Here we go. We're going to take a still shot now. Oh, I've been pushing the battery release button. Now here's the right button. Okay, this is Aunt Lucille Price Spencer. And now we're starting the photographs from the photo album. Here, we'll take a real one. 1, 2. Okay, this is Uncle Bus in the backyard of 121, 121 Northwest Temple. Okay, this is Ruth Snow. My mother's writing says on Cherry Creek dinner or something. Oh, this one I can read better. This is Bus at Cherry Creek in Denver. Again, my mother's writing. I think I'll get a little zoom in on this one. And here he is, ready, go. Okay, my mother's writing says this is Bus, and it's got to be, she doesn't say who, but it's got to be his mother, Eva, at 255 West 3rd South, when they lived there, where Larkin Mortuary is now.
Yeah. All right, Mary Ann wants Dennis and I to go to the cemetery to help him pick out a plot.
Okay. Okay, this is Ruth Snow on the left, and this is Bus in the center, and my mother, Kay, on the right.
Now, if you have nothing else to do,
yeah.
You're going to want to look at this.
Okay, this picture is Eva Price on the left, and her mother, Ann Alger Price, next to her, and little Bus in the seat, and then Joseph Smith Price, her, I guess, dad, and her husband, Fred H. Worsley, right there. Let's just take a snapper of this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a picture on the, going around the table from the left, there's Grandma Worsley, Eva Price Worsley, on the left, and Judge Ben Johnson next to her. Grandma Price is standing. Next to her standing is Aunt Kate Clark Church, and her husband is on the far right, Henry Clark. And next to her is Aunt Lucille standing, and then seated next to her is Aunt Josie, something Brick Snow it looks like, and then Aunt Melvina Perry Johnson, and seated is Uncle Junius Claudius Snow. Yeah, so let's take the still shot. Here's another great shot, and I think you can see a lot of the names around it, so I think I'll just take it. I'm going to take one more there because I cut off the guy on the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is Grandpa Price, Joseph Smith Price, and this is a trick photography that my grandpa Fred Worsley took. Isn't that cool? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I wasn't talking. This is Grandpa Worsley, my grandpa. This is a trick photography he took of himself as a double exposure. Is that great or what? 1, 2, 3. Now this is Uncle Fred Spencer. This is Lucille's husband. Aunt Lucille Spencer. Okay, this is Grandpa Joseph Smith Price, born on my birthday on the Hebrew calendar, as I recall. This is Aunt Addie, Adeliza, sister. Well, anyway, this is Aunt Addie Alger. Okay, this is Ruth's mother, in 1906. This is Eva Price. Not a bad picture, huh? 1906. That's the year my mother is born. Okay, this is a great picture. Standing looking at the camera in the middle of the women is Grandma Alger, Annalisa Alger, and on the right of her, her left, our right, is Eva Price, and Aunt Minnie Miles is on the end. Standing on the right to our left of Grandma Price is Aunt Josie Snow, and next to her is her husband June Snow. He's holding Ruth. Down on the floor, the big hat is Uncle Bus, and Claude Snow is next to him on his right. The little girl on the lap is my mother, Kay, and Marjorie Miles is being held, the little girl, by her husband, Charles Miles. So this is a good meeting of the clan here. Ready? Hold it. Everybody still. 1, 2, 3. This is my mother as a baby. This is November 1906 in Denver, and that's of course her mother Eva holding her, and her and Bus looking at the camera. Here's Aunt Lucille with Bus in Denver in 1906. I guess she came out to see baby Kay. And this is who my mother took her name after, Aunt Lucille. Another picture of Aunt Lucille and Bus in 1906 in Denver. This is taken in 1905, according to my mother, before she's born, at number 1 Wayne Street. And this, of course, is Bus and his mother, Eva Price. Okay, this is Aunt Josie Snow with Claude and Ruth. Here's another picture of Claude and Ruth Snow. They were little people. Here's a picture of Eva Price. This is in my mother's writing. Specifically says this is Eva Price and her son Bus. Here's a picture of Eva Price out in front of the Cynthia Lydia place there with some other guys not in the family. I think I'll take a close-up. I don't know how much of a close-up I can get of these. And here's one. Yeah, here's a good one. Standing on the back row is Claude Price, left to right, and then Grandpa Joseph Smith Price, and his wife Ann Alger Price, and then is June Snow, and a couple more. And in the front row is Eva Price holding little Bus. This is taken in 1904, and the little guy next to her is Claude Snow, and don't know most of the others, but that's who these people are. Let's everybody hold still. Wait a minute. Okay, hold still. Here's a picture of Grandpa Worsley. He's seated. This is at work. He's kind of in the center, seated at the desk facing us. That's my grandpa. Hold it. Wait a minute. Gotta brace this. 1, 2, 3. Here's another picture of my grandpa taken of himself by himself, Fred H. Worsley. Here, let's take that again a little better and let's center it this time. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. About there. Here's another picture of my Uncle Bus. Okay, here's another great picture. On the left is Grandma Ann Alger Price and Joseph Smith Price, and that's Claude Price, Eva's brother, her baby brother, and Eva on the right, Grandma Eva, and of course there's Claude Snow. Seated is Claude Snow and Lawrence Price. It says here that Claude Price was a jockey, so everybody hold it. 1, 2, 3. And here's a picture, again a trick double exposure of Uncle June Snow, who's of course the husband of Mother's sister Josie. And here's a picture of Ruth, Bus, and Claude. Okay, here's a nice family photo, and I'll come in slowly. You can see the names. We just made sure we got all these names right. We went over with Mom. So there's the names. Maybe I will read them for you. Okay, let's just say their names here. That's Adeliza up on the back left, Aunt Addie. Next to her is Mary Edna, who's Aunt Mame. And then Anna Liza Alger, that we're descended from. And then Olivia, who's Aunt Ollie. Sarah Ann, that goes by Surianne. And the front is Willard Edgar. And then Ella Maria. And then John Pulsifer. John Alger. So John the son. So these are all the children of John Alger. So let's take a snapperino here. Okay, this is, here, let me take it quick. Okay, telling you who this is. This was Chase and Ada, and Chase is Tom and Daisy's only son, and Daisy is Frederick F. Worsley's sister, so that's who we're looking at here. Alright, here's the old home at 218 First Avenue. Right there. Okay, this is the home at 449 West Van Buren in West Chicago, the Worsley home in 1890. Oop, push the wrong button. Here's the Snapperonius. Okay, here's the church on the Epiphany Church on the corner of Ashley and Adams, where Grandpa Fred H. Worsley sang as a choir boy. Right there. Okay, this is the corner of Throop and Van Buren in West Chicago, where the Worsley store was from 1885 to 1895. Here's the Grace, Emery, and Louise apartments We're going to focus in on the Grace, I think. This is where Fred H. and Eva lived. And I think this was, anyway, he lived here for a while. Right there going up First Avenue. Okay, here it is again. Pardon me, I keep pushing the wrong button. Let's snap it. Okay, this on the back says Eva Price Worsley shop in St. George. And that's Eva on the right. I didn't know she had a shop in St. George, but anyway, here it is. Here's another shot of the Epiphany Church on the corner of Ashley and Adams in West Chicago. And on the back of this, in Grandpa Worsley's own handwriting, it says, "This is where I was choir boy from 1890 to 1897. Is this focused? I might try. I'm going to take this and I think I'll try a manual focus. Right. Okay, I think, yeah, I can use this zoom lens, I think, to our benefit. I think my eyes are just going bonkers after. Wow, here, let's try this again. Okay, this is the Skinner School on the corner of Jackson and Aberdeen in West Chicago, where Grandpa Worsley spent his school days. Again, that's a quote from his own handwriting on the back of the picture. And here's 218 First Avenue, where I was a little kid. This is how I remember it. Beautiful home. That's the size of the trees. That's where I lived for a few years when I was a little kid with Grandma and Grandpa. Let's snap this puppy here. Right there. This is the Lafayette School in Salt Lake. I think this is right about where the new visitor center is now. That's the hill going up the hill. That's where the Deseret Gym was, as I recall. This is the Lafayette School my mother went to school. This is the dining room in Fred and Eva Price's. And I played under that table, and I remember everything there. That was it. That's to take it. Here's another shot of Fred and Eva Price's home. Here's another shot of a Christmas time. There's Bus in the lower left, and Joanne in the doorway, and my mother in the window. Okay. Pratt and little Sylvia, the baby, sitting there, and Price over on the right. Fine, fine photo. Here's another copy of that same photo without Price's head cut off. Maybe we'll snap this one too. And here's yet a different pose. There's Bus sitting down with a banjo, Price standing up, my mother Catherine in the background, and little Joanne, another Christmas. Okay, this is Arthur Worsley, brother to Frederick Francis. So let's see where we can snap this guy. Now this is a priceless shot. This is Hannah Silvius Worsley, mother of, and that's Joseph, the little one, and his older brother Joe. I mean, Fred H. and his older brother Joseph Worsley right there. Okay, now on the right is the same lady, Hannah Silvius, and on the left, I think that's got to be her older. If it's her older sister, it's Ida, and I think that's who that is, because the younger sister is like 5 years younger, which is Rose, that Sylvia Rose was named for. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that's Ida and Hannah Silvius. Here's a later picture of Hannah Silvius Worsley, mother of Fred H. Here's another picture of Hannah, and she's, I think I'll use the old telephoto here maybe. Another picture of Hannah. In that last picture, I hope you notice the high button shoes on Hannah. Now this is Rose Silvius, younger sister of Hannah, for whom Sylvia Rose Worsley was named. Hold it right, hold still. And here's a final picture of Rose Worsley, for which Sylvia was named, Rose Silvius. Let's just get a close-up of Rose too. She is such a beauty here. Now this is Fred F. Worsley, the father of my Fred H. Worsley, my grandpa, and also this is the husband of Hannah Silvius. Now this is a close-up just of the head of that last shot. Again, this is Frederick Francis as a youth. Now this is Fred Francis as a man. My mother says he always wore a silk hat and usually carried a cane, gold-headed cane. This is Frederick Francis Worsley. Alright, here's Fred Francis again. This is just a close-up of that same shot. Now this is a great shot. This is Joseph, the man there, and up on the upper right is Hannah. Those are the parents of Fred H. That's Fred F. and Hannah. But the mother in the background, that is Jenny Bonamy. And the girl on our left is Zilla. I think that's a sister to Hannah. I have to look that one up. Or maybe that's a relative there. We'll check that out. Okay. This is this is Joseph Theodore Worsley, father of Fred H. Not bad, huh? Alright, this is a treasure. So you can see on the bottom, this is Jenny Bonamy on the left and Joseph T. Worsley. Same man we just saw in his little younger years with some hair there. And this must be one of their oldest daughters, Bilha. I'll look up their daughters. So that's Bilha. That's Let's get this one. Now this is the other four or more of the children, the group we just saw. On the bottom there you can read it. James, Freddie, Henry, and Willie. So the second one over, Freddie, that's Fred F. Worsley, my great-great-grandpa. Or just great-grandpa, Fred F. So let's get these four down. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. This is going to be the last one of this series right now. This is Herman Silvius. This is going to be the younger brother of Hannah Silvius when he was a kid. He grows up to be a bookbinder in Sacramento. So here's Herman. I know I took this already. Now the sun has come out, so I think we'll just grab one more quickie. Okay, here's my Joseph Frederick F.H. Worsley as a choir boy on the right, and his older brother Joseph on the left. And here's Joseph as a child, the older brother of my grandpa, F.H. Worsley. Hold it right there. And here's another picture of F.H. Worsley's older brother, Joseph. That one was crooked, so we'll try to straighten it. Okay, here's FH. Here's Joe, FH's brother, with some cutie. Here we go. Okay, this is like a portrait of Sarah Pulsifer. Let's get that portrait again, but this time straight. Okay, now here is Sarah Pulsifer again. Okay, here's Mr. Zara Pulsifer, the only one photo we have is Zara, so I'll try to get him really good. Alright, here is just a fine picture of Ann Alger, and a little younger here. Great picture. Here's a similar picture, already kind of framed. And here's a nice picture of the fam. There's Ann. I think we got this one already. Ann Alger and Eva and Jode Price and Claude Price coming around the left. Let's just take it. Okay, this is our man John Alger. Here he is. And here's another shot of John Alger. Let's try this again, not so twisted. Okay, this is Theodore Herman Silvius. And here's another shot of Theodore Herman Silvius. Okay, here's another one, and whoops, I'll turn him around. Notice at the bottom it says Bud Worsley. Bud Worsley is Fred H. Worsley. This is Fred H. as a little tyke. Let's catch him right. Wow, I'm trying to avoid the reflection here. Here we go. Right. I'm going to tilt this. I think right there is good. Sorry for taking so long. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to do Uncle Bus. This is Uncle Bus and his wife Moselle and Teddy and Nancy, their 2 children. Right there. And here is just Moselle with little Teddy, right there. Here is Moselle on the left, Bus's wife, Frederick Joseph's wife, and Sylvia and my mother, Catherine. Let's see if we can. See if we can capture this one right there. And here's another of Uncle Bus as a child. Yet another of Uncle Bus as a child. And here you'll see Uncle Bus, third from the left in the back as a youth. Right there. And here's another of Uncle Bus as a youth. Right there. And here's one of Uncle Bus shoveling snow in front of our house at 218 First Avenue. And we have a better one of this one, but this is like his high school picture, Uncle Bus. Okay, let's take a few more of F.H. Worsley. This is my my grandpa, Fred Worsley. And this is Fred Worsley. Check out check out the high button shoes. And this is one of the best pictures of him ever. I've already got this scanned in, but let's take it again. And this is a picture of him on his birthday where he worked at his office. And this is the grandpa that I remember shortly before he retired. I remember Grandpa this way. And let's do a close-up of him. Okay. This is the lady who lives in John Alger's home. There's Dennis and Susan talking to her. And this is John Alger's home. This is at 185 on the diagonal. I'm standing on 2nd West in the afternoon. Taking a picture of this. Today is October 11th in the year 2000. I've been taking these pictures of the family all day. But anyway, here we are.
This is the warden.
All right, hey, that's great. All right, there's Dennis and Sid. Don't go away. I'm going to get one a still shot too. But there they are with the house. Here comes the sun out. This is the John Alger home here. Looking good. We're at 187 diagonal. This is the back door. I'll get the front door in the sun tomorrow. But anyway, here we are. All right.
Well, except up there on South Temple.
Here's, oh yeah, maybe so. Here's, this is the John Alger home again from the west side, the back. This has got a diagonal lot, and he's on the diagonal, triangular lot. Anyway, here we are, and we're just out checking it out. We'll see the other side in the sunshine. Okay, here we go. So this is another shot of the John Alger home, and today's October 11th, and we're just on the west side. So this is the side facing up in the little corner of the triangle, of the triangular lot.
Right.
And we're standing on 2nd West taking this, but anyway, good looking house. Notice up here in the chimney, kind of a double chimney, and there's actually a hole carved through there of a double
Notice all
chimney.
the filigree that John Alger did by hand.
Yeah, and there's the filigree stuff.
And he did it by hand.
Done by hand, no jigsaws out here and stuff. All right, there you go. All right, now this is looking from the diagonal street. This is the front door, and I'll take another shot in a sec. Okay, now this is the front side of John Alger's house. This is his front door, and there you can see it. The sun's kind of setting behind it. But anyway, this is the John Alger home, and the people live in it. Magnolia tree here in front, we think, and anyway, it's looking really well cared for, and we're glad. A lady in England owns it. We're going to find out more about that. Okay, here we are. We're at Dixie College, and here's a Dixie Pioneer deal. And let's go down a list. These are the names. It has a star by it there in the original list. So you
We-
see
we
the
know
Algers
where
there.
My third great grandfather's house is still
John
occupied.
Alger was.
John Alger up there. That built many of the.
Oh, and there's James
wagons
Bird. We married.
across the plains. And his house is still there.
Is it?
Yeah, and so it is kind of fun to see. A lot of them are gone, but some of them are
There's the
still there.
Browns.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, they
it's
did-
like
you can-
$2.
Yeah,
Good.
and it's a copy of the original. Shows Erastus Snow. all of them.
Oh yeah, and the Coxes. That's the other one we're from. It's the Cox.
Look at the.
That was Isaiah. We just saw Isaiah Cox. So we got Alger, Cox. We just are from this whole gang down here.
Geez, I wonder if I'm.
Henry Eyring. All right, here's who else do we
What
see?
does it
here?
say that?
The star
Yeah.
over on the right-hand corner on the bottom. It'll say what the asterisk is for.
Oh, okay.
The cross
That's right.
the cross they served with the Mormon battalion, and the others is
Original encampment members, 1861. Have two? Have both?
All right, and so here we are
See
coming
any John
down.
Duncan? Well, of course he came later. These are only the
Well,
first.
these are architects, so it's over on the side. just
Yeah.
a doctor.
He came as a sick man. Yeah.
So this is fun. We're seeing the birds. There's the Moody's.
A lot of Pulsifer.
Yeah, Pulsar's all over the place. So now we're coming down. And you see, we're going to see, now we're looking for Price and not here. We see Pratt, Orson Pratt, Senior the Apostle. There's Charles Pulsifer and John Pulsifer, the brothers. And finally Zara comes down. He doesn't have a star. He's not in the first group. Zara and Marianne Brown were doing, they were doing Hebron, and they might have come back to here after Hebron didn't work. I gotta go look up, see when they were. Hey, the Segmillers are Adam Segmiller. Oh, and he married Eve. See, there's Adam and Eve. This is Brother Segmiller, our words, that he traced his genealogy back to Adam and Eve. And now I can see, I believe him. Adam and Eve Segmiller, and there they are. And now we're coming down Thomas and Thurston's. There's the Winders, Thomas Winder. You see at the end here, you see the stars are the original encampment members, and the others are the Mormon Battalion. So we're going to tune out here. We're going to look around. Here we are. We're at Dixie College. And this is where they originally encamped when they first came here. And that's why the memorial's here. Hey, is this Orson Pratt over here? Let's go see who this man is. Anyway, we're going to pan around. I'm down here for the senior games. Today's October 11th, the year 2000. I really ought to set the timer up there. I think this might be Orson Pratt here. As a younger sort of feller. He's anyway, we're in that ballpark.
I think you should get a picture.
All right, here's Anthony. We are over at the Charrier's house, and they've got food that they say they want to get rid of, and so we thought of ourselves.
I can't believe you're recording me when I'm so darling. I'm so happy.
Oh, and here's darling Missy. Hi. And yeah,
Pale, my hair.
we're recovering very well. You're looking great.
Today is not the best day.
And here's Susan stuffing it right down. This is great. We're gonna
Here,
find Marianne.
Video picture.
Here we go. All right.
That was it, right before Tom left on his mission.
Okay, so
Or
left
was
to
it his
right.
homecoming?
Tom,
Tom,
Kelly,
Kelly.
Scott,
Yep.
and my little cute dad.
All right. There you go.
Let's see. They're
This is absolutely darling. This is Missy right there.
cute, huh?
Haven't changed up
And
yet.
there's me when I'm. It's one of the best pictures of my dad.
John
Look
has
at that cute
decided that St. George is
Okay, here's Ted and Anthony right there. All right. Hey, this is looking good.
muffins.
This is Marianne on the phone.
Feeling good now?
We'll get more of her later. Hi.
She once told me that she enjoyed everything about this church except the music.
Here we are listening to President.
So funny.
When I said that last night, she changed her tune a little about that. But that's all right. We believe in the law of repentance.
Did you hear that? Do we believe it?
That's great. He is so good.
Isn't he good?
He is.
Believe in the law of repentance.
Here we are. We're just a quickie thing. Now here's a better picture of Marianne. This is the real Marianne.
Inimitable style.
Over here.
This is a leprosy bandage.
One of her favorites,
But anyway, we're here on October 11th,
accompanied by John Sluter.
watching a replay of President Hinckley's 90th birthday.
Guest artists.
Oh, we.
Okay, here is Joanne and Ed Sanford. Another picture of Joanne and Ed. Wait a minute. Joanne and Ed and some others. And another picture of Joanne and Carr. Okay, here's another shot of, oops, Silvius, of Theodore Herman Silvius. And this is an Alger. And this is Sarah Pulsifer. And this is, we think, Theodore Herman Silvius again, the same guy we saw a minute ago, a little younger. Here is Jenny Bonamy's headstone. Notice it's spelled with two N's. Jenny Bonamy. And right next to it is Joseph Worsley. In fact, in Jenny's you can see Joseph's off to the right. So there's Joseph Worsley. And this must be at the Lakeview Cemetery. That's in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Lakeview Cemetery. Here's another picture sent to us by Judy Worsley. I think I'll take this one close. And of course that's of Jenny Bonamy and Worsley. Here's a picture of Ada Worsley on the left and Zilla Worsley on the right. And here's a picture of Zilla Worsley's family. This is Bob Worsley. This is Fred and Lucille Spencer. Oh, here's another picture of the Worsley family. And yet another picture of the kids. Here is Josephine. Up. Josephine Price Snow with little Claude Price. Josephine Price Snow with Claude. That last one wasn't really Claude, I don't think, unless her son's name was also Claude. This is Claude Price, the younger brother of Eva Price. He looks so much like Kelly Dixon. This is my mother and Aunt Sylvia out, and this is on what do you call island? Where they were. I was trying to say on Catalina Island in front of the hotel. This is Sylvia. This is Ada Worsley Peterson and her husband, I think it's John. Ada Worsley Peterson and John, he's called Pete also. Here's a picture of Uncle Bus and his son Teddy at Santa Monica Beach. This is her relative number 1. And this is her relative number 2.